Hello, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're working from home and you don't have access to grid paper, which is perfectly fine because you can still draw a net from scratch without grid paper. Now, I'm going to go through this. B, S, T, T. Base, sides, top, tabs. Whether you're working on grid paper or not, this order is so important to keep a structure so you don't, well, I'll explain later. And incidentally, using a ruler and a plain piece of paper, or you could use a set square if you've got one. Sometimes your math sets, you've got little set squares, very nice for that 90-degree angle, but a ruler will work perfectly fine too. I actually prefer doing a net from scratch like this because I think it's actually better for your drawing skills. It's more challenging, it's very doable, but it's more challenging, it's better for your learning. Don't worry about the masking tape for you, by the way. I've just got masking tape so that the paper stays still for the camera. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start off over here just so you can get an example of what we're aiming to not do, okay? So what we don't want to do, first of all, is start off over here. Now obviously I'm not using a ruler because this is just a very quick one. Where you've got your base, you do your sides, yeah, so you've got your base, you've got your sides, and then you do your top, and you realize, oops, I've run out of space over here. So you don't want to start over here, you want to start somewhere in this region of your page. Okay? That region of your page. So, have a look where I'm about to start. Okay, I'm going to use one of my thick pencils so you should be able to see. So I'm starting around here. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my base. Now the base that I'm drawing is 60mm by 60mm, or 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters. Now, we want it to be square. Now I could guess where that 90-degree angle is, but there's an easier way of doing it, and it's this. If I line up the side of my ruler, in fact, I'm thinking that if I actually zoom in there, you can see it. Do you see if I line up the side of my ruler and then I can just draw a nice gentle line over there, line up the side of my ruler, I can draw a nice gentle line over there. I've now got some 90-degree lines. It's even better if you've got a set square because you can line up your set square to get a nice 90-degree angle. Now that I've done that, now I'm going to mark out my 60mm, also known as 6 centimeters. And just so you know, there are actually two types of lines on a net. Okay, a solid line, which is a cut line, and a broken line, which is a fold line. Okay, oops, hang on, let me take you back out again. There we go. So you can get a cut line or a fold line. In this case, I'm doing all of the lines solid just because it's the first time. Alright, so we've got our base. I can cross off base. Ta-da! We're done. Now, here is where it's very, very important to line things up. If you miss out this step, things will not go well when you cut it out. Now look what I'm doing. I'm holding my pencil very loose and I'm drawing a soft, gentle line like so. Do you see that? I think you can see those lines. They're very, very soft and gentle, and the reason why I have them is they are a grid for me. So this is creating a grid for me. Okay, so everything is in line. So this is where it becomes actually pretty easy to do the sides because they are 20mm by 20mm, and I'm just to do S. Okay, 20mm by 20mm. This is the bit where I wouldn't mind speeding up because I'm very aware that you're busy watching this instructional video, and of course watching a video, you know, to teach you how to do it is important, but I know you want to get on and do it. So please do be aware I am trying to make this as quick for you as possible. Now there's your 60 and 60, and there's your 20. So please remember 60mm equals 6 centimeters and 20mm equals 2 centimeters. So we're bringing a little bit of maths conversion as well. Now, obviously we've done the side, ta-da! Now the top. In our case, the top, and in most nets actually, the top is exactly the same size as the base. So there's the top. Now we're going to do the tabs. Now tabs are little flappy foldy bits, but we don't call them flaps, we call them tabs. Now what I like to do is, I like to put little X's where I'm going to put my tabs, just because it helps to focus me, remind me. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to deliberately zoom in on, excuse me if that's a little bit discombobulating. Yeah, I'm going to focus in on this tab over here and show you how I draw a tab without a grid. Because what we don't want is some random shaped tab. Okay, now watch what I do. What I do is this. I give myself a little bit of a guideline over there. And now I'm going to draw a very, very soft rectangle. Okay, so can you see that little rectangle I've drawn? Very, very soft. Now what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go in by 5 mil or half a centimeter. You see those dots I've done? And I'm going to connect the dots, and I think you can work out what I'm doing next. I'm going to finish them off. And there you see my tab. Oops, I've just realized that I was slightly inaccurate there. My apologies. So basically that was 5 mil by 5 mil, and that was 10. So it's basically a centimeter and half a centimeter, and then I draw that shape, which is basically a trapezium. Okay. So the cool thing about a video, of course, is that you can always watch it again and again if you want to. So let me just get back to our original view, and what I'll now do is I'm just going to do that again, like that. There's my 5 mil, there's my 5 mil, and okay. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to deliberately do the tabs faster, simply because I don't want to waste your time by watching me do it over and over. You've already seen that one, okay? So this would be where another tab was. Obviously, this is not accurate right now, okay? And now we've got our fold tabs. So these, by the way, would be glue tabs, because obviously that's where we glue. So what I often do is I draw a dot on a glue tab to represent where it's going to be glued. Now these are fold tabs over here, and fold tabs, what they will do is they will be more, they will be larger because they rely on friction. Okay, so deliberately zoomed in there, and now I'm going to do my fold tab. Now, my fold tab I deliberately do larger than the other one. Now I'm only going to do one of these fold tabs, because like I said, I know that you want to get on with this. And then 10 mil or 1 centimeter in, and there we go. There I've got my fold tab. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with you at some stage. Let me get this camera there. There's nothing wrong at all with you pausing the video anytime. Now, I'm going to do this one fast on purpose because I don't want to waste your time by just demonstrating again. Okay, and there we can say we've done the tabs. So base, sides, top, and glue tabs, and what we call fold tabs because they aren't glued. And that is how you do your net. So go ahead, try it now, do it for yourself, and remember, if it doesn't go right the first time, that's perfectly okay. Just do it again and it'll get better every time you do it. Okay? Go and have fun.